So you hear that noise? Yep, it's another bad water pump. The problem with this is I replaced this water pump about 35,000 miles ago, which I was told was a good water pump. I believe that it was a good water pump, and it was not. So I'm not going to do an entire video on the replacement of this water pump again because, well, I just did a video on another van. But be careful where you buy your parts from. Hey, so as you can tell in the beginning of this clip, I was a little bit agitated, and I still am. Today I have a 2014 Toyota Sienna in here that I replaced the water pump on about 3 years ago, 35,000 miles. And the pump, I purchased it from a major auto parts supplier, and I'm not going to bash them in any way because it's not their fault. It's the manufacturer's fault where they get the water pumps from. So the problem is not the water pump housing itself. It didn't leak, it's the bearing. The bearings don't last. Now, in a Toyota, the brand new pump typically lasts around 100,000 miles. There's a video I just did on replacing one of these. The water pump failed at around 107,000 miles. Now, that's acceptable. But when you use a replacement pump and it only lasts 35,000 miles, that's not good. It should last at least 60,000 miles. Now, what makes it worse is that the customer that owns this car, you know, it's a hardworking mom, got 2 kids. It's a lot of labor to do this. It's not cheap. I'm gonna try and give her the best deal I can on it, but I'm not replacing it with another one of those pumps. I'm gonna use an Asian water pump. As featured in one of the videos I just did on replacing one of these. But I'm gonna pull this pump out and we're gonna examine it. And if you want, I'll tell you where I bought it from in the comment section if you want, but I'm not gonna outwardly bash anybody. I want to treat people or entities the way I would like to be treated. So anyway, I'll see you in a few. I gotta get to work. All right, I got this water pump out. There's no clear markings on it, so it's not going to be a dead giveaway for what kind of pump this was. But the bearing has clearly got play in it, and it's noisy when I spin it fast. I can't do it and hold the camera at the same time. But you get the idea. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and press this shaft out of here and this bearing and see if I can see any markings on it. But if you've installed a water pump like this, you know it's a pretty big job. They're not too bad after you do a couple of them, you know, just like anything. But yeah, it's way down in there on this Sienna. So with a job like this, you really don't want to do it more than once. Well, for at least for a while anyway. But be wary of parts suppliers that offer a lifetime warranty on their parts, because it can mean one of two things. First thing is that it's going to attract you to buy it, being a little bit more affordable. And if it fails, so what? They'll just give you a new one. But they don't really compensate you for the labor. Anyway, I'm going to install the new pump. I got a Asian pump here that I've had really good luck with. I got a new gasket and everything over on the other side of the shop. But yeah, I'm going to get going on that and get this customer back on the road. Okay, so this is the, I've actually dissected this water pump, as you can see. I pressed the bearing out, and it kind of surprised me, this bearing. I thought there was 2 bearings there. That line in the middle is not 2 separated bearings. It's just a machined groove in there. Now, this failed prematurely. This is the pump was noisy because the bearings failed. It didn't leak, but it probably would have just been a matter of time if it did. Well, this is the impeller here, and there's another inner seal. But if you take a second to think, now this, I can't press this all the way in, but there's a lot of load on that bearing, and that's where you really want to get a good quality water pump with a good bearing in it. But yeah, that's a lot, you know, the outward extension of that from the housing and all the pressure this is going to take on the pulley from the, you know, the crankshaft turning the, you know, AC compressor and alternator and all that. So, you know, over time, they do fail, but I think you should get a little bit more than 35,000 miles out of one, to be honest with you. But it made it more difficult because the young lady that owns this car, this van, she's got 2 kids, and, you know, money's kind of tight. But I got it done for her, and a decent amount of time, and basically charged what I had into it. But anyway, yeah, just be real careful your choice of parts. Especially if you're doing stuff yourself, you can go out. You know, DIYing is a big thing today, but you only want to do it once. You know, and with a water pump like this, it's pretty involved. You know, having to jack the motor up and everything to get the pump pulley off and all that. But just choose wisely if you can, and with anything you buy. You know, a friend of mine told me don't buy appliances from Walmart, buy them from Target. They're a better quality, but who knows, right? All right, so I got the new water pump in that Toyota Sienna. It's nice and quiet, using the Asian water pump. That's what I would recommend you replace in Toyotas, possibly Hondas, Subarus. That's what I would use for water pump applications. So it's getting harder and harder to find dependable, reliable, long-lasting parts. And with the water pump, the issue is the bearing in this case. When they get bad enough, they do leak. This did not leak in this case. So, with that said, be careful about what you choose if you're a DIYer, or ask what's being installed if you have it done at an independent or the dealership. The dealership, you would like to think they would use OEM parts, but not always. To keep the price of the cost down, they will use aftermarket parts. So make sure you ask that question. It's important. So I just want to mention something. I might get some pushback from the auto parts suppliers. They will probably argue that, well, we do pay your labor. Well, they do pay my labor, but they'll pay it at basically half of what I normally get for my hourly rate. And running a shop by myself as a sole proprietor, chief cook and bottle washer, I can't afford to do that. So I don't want to put another pump in too, get the pump for free and have it last another 30, 35,000 miles. That I think a pump should last at least 60,000 miles. The original Asian pumps and Toyotas, as I'd mentioned before, I see that they're basically lasting between 90 and 100,000 miles, 110,000 miles. But just be careful wherever you go, of kind of know what's being installed in your car for parts. So I hope you like this video. It give you an idea about not necessarily how to do the water pump. I'll attach a video to the end of this that I already did that on the Sienna. But I just want to make you be aware of what's being put in your car for parts. All right, it's been a long day, and please like the video. I appreciate you. If you like it, like it. If you're on your tablet or on your phone and you see a little Boulet's Garage globe show up right up in here, I dare you to tap it. Hey, have a great night. I appreciate you.